Welcome back to another episode of What If here on the Filmaholic channel. Today we're talking about Ant-Man. This is part of our Marvel What If series where we take it back to the 1990s, recast, new directors, all of that. So this version of Ant-Man would have came out in July 1995. Ethan wants me to go first because he's going to blow me away apparently with his casting choices. We'll see. I've been surprised so far. Al Pacino as Bruce Banner.
Craig Nicholson, dude. I didn't say you would be blown away in a good way.
Yeah, I'm worried. So, to me, Ant-Man was one of those that was so easy for a lot of the casting decisions, especially my main character and my director. It was to an actor and director that had worked together before. I think the director is perfect, and the director is Chris Columbus. He had already made movies like Mrs. Doubtfire in the 1990s. And would go, as well as Home Alone and Home Alone 2, and he would go on to direct the first two Harry Potter films in the early 2000s. So he's the perfect choice to direct this comic book film. And as my lead, Scott Lang, who is Ant-Man, Robin Williams. Perfect casting. So I got him in there, Scott Lang. For Hope Van Dyne, who will become Wasp in the sequel, I went a little bit younger. I cast Julianne Moore, who is also becoming a big actress in the 90s, especially in the late 90s. Got her in there as that. For her father, Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man, I cast Dustin Hoffman, who had also worked with Robin Williams before in Hook. For Maggie Lang, Scott Lang's ex, I went with Andie MacDowell. You know who that is? Okay. Yeah. Cast her. Liked her in Groundhog's Day. Think she could play this role. As their daughter, Cassie Lang, I went with Mara Wilson, who is Matilda in the 90s. Got her in there. Would like to see her in both these sequels. For Paxton, Maggie's new love interest, the cop in the film, I went with Jeff Daniels. So definitely going to be a better version than the Paxton that's in modern day. Also, by the way, Lawrence Fishburne will make a cameo in this film as Sam Wilson / Falcon. So he's in there. For Darren Cross / Yellow Jacket, the film's villain and former apprentice, what have you, of Hank Pym, I went with Bradley Whitford. I think he's probably about the same level of an actor as like Corey Stoll from modern day. And this is the same year that Billy Madison happened. So he was in that, playing like a villain in that film. We've seen him in other movies like Get Out. I think he could do a really good job as Darren Cross. And then finally, for the last three little characters here that are like friends of Scott Lang, we got Luis, Kurt, and Dave. So with Kurt, I cast Daniel Stern, who'd worked with Chris Columbus before in Home Alone 2. For Dave, I cast Bernie Mac. And finally, for Luis, I cast John Turturro. And that's my Ant-Man.
All right. It's not bad. But Robin Williams is already Iron Man, so I don't know how you're going to get the audience to believe it. Yeah, here we go. Ant-Man, this is going to be the most unique Ant-Man you could ever imagine. Right there with Guardians of the Galaxy, it's going to stand out amongst the MCU fans. My director just had a short film come out 2 years before, and they saw it. They're like, oh, Ant-Man, a heist movie, this short film heist with, younger people. I got Wes Anderson.
God. Okay.
He's coming in, but he's not any of the cast that you're thinking. This is going to be, his unique style, but it's going to have big names because it is the MCU. So you got to have people like Scott Lang. You got people you want, and Scott Lang. I got Tom Hanks. Yep, likable, funny, dramatic actor all around. Big career so far. Um, for Hope Van Dyne, I got Jamie Lee Curtis coming in.
Okay.
Hank Pym, I got Donald Sutherland.
God,
How dare you?
you can keep it.
Darren Cross, I got Billy Bob Thornton coming in, playing the villain of this movie.
Should have saved him for the sequel, dude.
No. Don't need no. Maggie Lang, I've got Carrie Fisher. Kathy Lang, I've got Hilary Duff coming in, playing their daughter. Yeah. For Paxton, I got John C. McGinley, who was main FBI agent, and then he was in Scrubs.
Yeah.
For Sam Wilson, I got Denzel coming in for a second. Louise, Kurt, and Dave, all three of the friends. For Dave, I got Hank Azaria, does the voice on The Simpsons. Poor man's Jeremy Irons. For Kurt,
For Dave or for Kurt?
For Dave.
Okay.
For Kurt, I got John C. Reilly.
Okay.
And then for Luis, I got John Leguizamo.
Okay. He's in a future. He's in Ant-Man 2. My Ant-Man 2. We'll get to that though.
John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Wes Anderson coming in, putting his own style on it. Going to be unique. It's definitely stand out from the other MCU movies.
I like your director. Cast.
I'm surprised.
But yeah, I might save him for a future film. We'll see. I didn't even think about him. But yeah, my director's perfect. So. All right, guys, that's our MCU What If for this week. Next week, we'll be back with Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.